Hollywood truly lives in a bubble where people think there are no consequences for their actions. And ever since Will Smith slapped Chris Rock live in front of the entire world during the Oscars, all over a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair, people have been wondering what's going to happen to him. What's the Academy going to say? As more and more people have started speaking out about their opinions about what went down that night. But I don't know if anyone knew the Academy was going to say this. The Academy put out a statement about them starting disciplinary proceedings against Will Smith, who later went on to win the Best Actor award that night and got a standing ovation from woke Hollywood. But they also said something else. The Academy says Will Smith was asked to leave the Oscars, but refused. So they came up to him after he assaulted Chris Rock and said, hey man, we would like you to leave. We need you to leave. And he said no. He said, I'm not gonna do it. Now, I don't know what the details of this were. We're going to read through this article with all these statements. The Academy apologizes to Chris Rock. They say that they are starting disciplinary actions, that it might take up to 15 days. But what was that like in that moment for them to come up to Will Smith and say, hey, you need to leave. You just hit somebody in the face. And he just shrugs and says, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay. People in Hollywood, the elites, they live in a different reality than normal people. But let's get to this. This just came out, I think an hour ago, this came out. Academy starts disciplinary proceedings against Will Smith. Expulsion is on the table. Days after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock during the 94th Oscars telecast, the Board of Governors held an emergency meeting to discuss the consequences for the Best Actor winner. He now faces suspension, expulsion, or other sanctions. The statement from the Academy is highly damning, citing the standards of conduct and Smith's violations of, quote, inappropriate physical conduct, abusive or threatening behavior, and compromising the integrity of the Academy. I know there's a lot of people out there that still are pushing the, oh, it was staged, with everything that is played out and the way that it's played out. I think the vast majority of people can see now that no, Hollywood is too dumb to stage something like this, first of all, but also everything else that's played out since then and all the people that would have been involved. Smith, who won the Oscar for Best Actor for King Richard not long after the slap, has been given 15 days notice of a vote regarding his violations and sanctions and has the opportunity to provide a written response. The next board meeting will be April 18th when they may take action. One notable new bit of information right here is the Academy stating they asked Will Smith to leave the Dolby Theater, but Smith refused to do so. One of the biggest bits of scrutiny regarding the handling of the moment was Smith not being removed from the auditorium. The Academy's offered clarification saying Smith was asked to leave but refused. We also recognize we could have handled the situation differently. Absolutely. And I think that he should have been taken out of there. He should have been removed. Now, obviously, Will Smith is one of the most popular people on the planet. They didn't want to cause a scene. Will Smith also is there with like 15 or 20 other people. So they probably didn't want to do that in between commercial breaks. A lot going on, but definitely the wrong decision was made. The organization also offered a formal apology to Mr. Rock, the other nominees who attended, and the viewers at home and in person. The event states, Mr. Rock, we apologize to you for what you experienced on our stage, and thank you for your resilience in that moment. We also apologize to our nominees, guests, and viewers for what transpired during what should have been a celebratory event. And this is that part of the statement here. Things unfolded in a way we could not have anticipated, I agree. While we would like to clarify, Mr. Smith was asked to leave the ceremony and refused. We also recognize we could have handled the situation differently. Absolutely insane. And as a result of it, they still end up with the second lowest rated Oscars of all time. Absolutely pathetic. And all this did was further remind people that Hollywood elites are not like you, that they are not in touch with reality, that these people are not justified to speak about anything going on in the real world. They live in a bubble. They live in a world where something like this can happen, where Will Smith can do that and think that, oh, I'm just going to stay here, no problem. There's nothing wrong with me just staying here after I did that. And the same world, which he goes up and accepts the award, and is met with thunderous applause, a standing ovation from everyone in that theater. Hollywood is sick, and all this did was further that for people. All this did was wake more people up to the fact that Hollywood is deranged. Let me know what you think about all these new revelations in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much.
Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.